We're joined now by Merrill Newman's wife, Lee, and his son, Jeff. Thanks to both of you very much. We're hoping, obviously, for the best. Have you heard anything, Jeff, from the U.S. government about his condition, about his fate? What's going on?
Well, we've had talks with the State Department, regular conversations since the detention, and I think they've been working very hard to secure the release, to establish sufficient communications to get some feedback. But at this point, we don't think there's been any official feedback. And as was reported just a minute ago, the Swedish consulate, which would be the first touch point, hasn't had any contact with him. And that's what we need to know, if nothing else, to just establish his well-being and the fact that he's getting his medication. Well,
Mrs. Newman, what kind of medication does he need? And because obviously you're very worried about that.
Primarily for his heart. He's had atrial fibrillation and has been under a doctor's observation for this, and he has other issues, and we've sent the second package of medications now. They should have arrived today on Monday, and the hope is that they can be transferred from Beijing to Pyongyang, to the embassy there, and from there to wherever Merrill is being detained.
Jeffrey, do you think your dad was mistakenly targeted, or was there something else going on? What's your suspicion? You obviously don't know why they detained him.
What we know is that he was on a organized tour with a reputable tour organization. He was there for 10 days, accompanied by two DPRK guides the entire time. And from the couple of phone calls that my mom's received during the trip, and from the postcards that we received after he was supposed to be back here in California, the trip was going very well, and there was no indication of any kind of problem.
Why did he want to go there, Mrs. Newman, in the first place? 85 years old. We know he served in the U.S. military during the Korean War. What was his thinking?
Well, I think in part because he is 85 and is looking at his life. His time that he spent in the service was an important part of his life as a young man. And he was, I think, trying to put closure on that. He always has had an interest in the world, a respect for the Korean people, and he was looking forward to this as an opportunity to see the country, for whatever opportunity he might have to see the people, and to come back with a sense of comfort on having completed that circle.
And if they're watching you, Mrs. Newman, in Pyongyang right now, and I've been there, so I know that high-ranking government officials have access to CNN International. What do you want to say to the folks there who are holding your husband?
I would like to remind them that this is the 30th day of his detention, that we're looking forward as a family to being together on Thanksgiving, and we need to have Merrill back at the head of the table for the holidays. And we ask respectfully for them to release him and let him come home.
And you want to pass along a message to your husband?
We're missing you. We want you home.
You certainly do. Jeffrey, you want to add anything?
Yeah, we just want nothing more than to have this misunderstanding put behind us, to respect the fact that on a humanitarian basis, the right thing to do would be to put him on a plane and let him come back and join his family that loves him and misses him here in California.
Yeah, and well said. I echo those words. If they're watching in North Korea, and I suspect they are, let this man come home soon. He doesn't belong in a jail or wherever he's being held in Pyongyang. Let's hope for the best. Lee Newman, Jeffrey Newman, thanks to both of you. Good luck.